Hello Knight here, welcome back to my Empire Total War campaign, playing as the Spanish Empire originally, but we're now a Republic. That happened quite a few episodes ago. We're busy cleaning out Italy at the moment. It's our Italian campaign against the central Italian states, and also we're probably going to move on to attack Venice next, I'm guessing. They're next on the list, and then we'll start to move through Central Europe towards the Prussians, I think. Okay, well, just looking at this battle, we're not going to be in too much trouble, I don't think, here. Their artillery outranges us. It's got 1, 2, 3 cav, we've got 4, so we should be able to take out his artillery and just deal with him in that way. And then we'll go on to the besiege Battle of Rome. Hopefully we'll be able to keep a lot of our artillery intact, our howitzers, because they're very useful. As we've seen before, you can practically win the whole battle without losing a guy if you're careful. Certainly howitzers are the thing with the carcass shot to clear the battlements of a siege. Okay, I feel like I'm not playing so many battles in this campaign at the moment. I mean, it's mainly because the battles are really fairly repetitious once you actually know that you're going to win. I like to get on and do the strategic stuff, to be honest now. So we need to probably set up a fair way back. We don't want to get any initial hits on our guys. So we do need to try and keep these guys intact. So we're going to come back quite a long way and see if we can get our infantry in front. We're actually in 5i rank mode now. We've got that technology, so we can maybe go to here. That's slightly better. General to the rear. And we'll keep the guards, these grenadiers rather, they're guards, these guys together as a reserve. And the cavalry. We're going to come in from 2 angles. It's always best to do that. So in fact, it's kind of we've discussed this before, it's kind of the kind of deployment that people have been doing on the battlefield for thousands of years, actually. Even in Greek times. Wow. There he is. So in fact we can actually already fire on him, which is good. In fact we may be able to destroy his artillery just with these guys, as they're in range. Three. Fast as we can, guys. Well, we're being targeted now, unfortunately. Come on, guys, fire. Come in, come on, fire, 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 fire. I don't think these guys are actually firing, because they should have fired by now. That's individually got to target. Oh my god. That's the end of that cavalry unit. Come on, guys. He's actually targeting my artillery. It seems to be taking a long time to fire on these guys. really doing a lot of damage to these guys. So we've got horse here, horse here. Really? Someone targeting our general? These guys should be drawing them onto... No, no, no. Come on. Come on. Still not doing any damage to this guy. Okay, well, he's not hitting us very much, he's hitting our infantry. So I think what we're going to do is attack his... I really thought we'd manage this quite easily. Oh god. Losing slightly. Let's drag the other cavalry in. That should actually do it. What's he doing here? He's got some weird thing going on here. Okay, that should resolve itself 2 against 1. Let's bring these guys up. Don't really like sitting here with units. Okay. Let's get the artillery on these guys. Okay, this is going much better, I think. Yeah, this is nuts, really. What I really need to do is just charge them. Okay, we've got the artillery yet? Nope. Slightly. In. Yeah. And the artillery we're going to saddle up, because it's probably going to hit our own guys. Indeed, that's kind of all over, I think. Still got a lot more units. We're going to move the artillery forwards. So it's... There we go, let's move them forwards. So we can hit these guys. These units here. Okay, this is all going very well. So this regiment are forced to cut these guys off. We've not really done this yet. I really want to kill these guys and come over and kill off the artillery. Let's bring the guards. Still isn't done yet, the battle. We still need to finish this off. Bring this brigade up. Let's take out the artillery. winded, so that's a little bit worrying. Okay, that's fine. And the general's bodyguard up to here. We need to get out of this as quickly as possible once we've got the artillery done, because we're getting hit by these guys. They're gone, let's get out of here. Lost this unit, but they will survive actually. Run, run, run. Okay, once we've got the artillery up, we'll be firing on these guys. Let's move this guy over here. What has he got? One guy. Two guys. That's kind of all over really. Need to move up a bit faster. We don't want to be in range of their guys. We're going to keep in here actually. And then we're going to go after the general. We can leave that, it's not going to propagate again. Let's get this brigade up to here. Artillery should be pretty much in position by now. Something weird's happening here. Not quite sure what they're doing. It's kind of like moving about in a circle. That's weird. Okay, so it's these three units we need to do. Have we got the general? Looks like we have. Enemy general killed, that's good. So there's only these three regiments. I just want to do this quite carefully so we don't lose too many of our own guys. What's going on here? Something weird going on with my artillery. Guys, quick as you can. Okay, there's still kind of what's going on here? That was weird. Well, perhaps I did that. Perhaps I connected on them without realising. And these guys round behind to try and catch them as we can. This is still weird. But let's deploy these guys. These guys and these guys. We've still got to fight the siege battle, that's why I'm keeping my grenadiers back. In fact, we're going to put the cav behind here. Once these guys are deployed, we'll be using carcass shot. It's not really a good thing to do what I'm doing. Go the carcass shot. grenadiers are getting shot at. See the volleys going in now. Let's disrupt this fire pattern. These guys are taking quite a few hits now. That's it, it's all over. These grenadiers in to help finish off these guys. There's still quite a lot of them. It's only a small unit of cav. Yeah, he should be attacking these guys. Okay, let's fast forward. And then we'll see how we fix. We lost quite a lot of infantry actually here. The initial barrage by their troops. The main thing is our artillery is still intact, these guys here. And we've still got all our... Oh gosh, are we shooting our own guys now? We've still got all our grenadiers in units intact. Well, they've lost a few guys, but... So we can move them in to maybe act as a reinforcing army, or maybe part of the assault, I think, possibly. There will be some survivors here, I think. I don't know, might not be. We killed the general, so the general unit will go. There's not many left, 25. Maybe. 17, we've got the old total war problem. So we're just going to put up with this. Sorry, just got to wait for it to chase down these guys. Yeah, we're not going to be able to catch those guys now. There you go, they're off the battlefield. What's happening here? We're still chasing about, doing nothing. Let's see, bring in another unit, maybe that will do it. Possibly. Because at the moment he's kind of, I don't really know what he's doing really. Okay. Another victory outside Rome. Now we've destroyed the relieving army. We can now move on to the siege army. Who did what? Let's have a look, just out of interest. Yeah, the horses did the best. Oh gosh, he still survived. So we're going to have to kill this guy off. We're looking at that. We're not going to be able to do that very effectively anyway. What have we got here? We got any artillery? Got 4. Let's add ourselves to the siege. It's almost a auto-resolve. I think it probably is actually. It's auto-resolve. 1400. We probably could have done this without hardly any losses, but just for speed. So we've nothing. We can't do any spending here. We're going to have to wait for another turn. We'll just show diplomatically what's going on. We're playing Spain, as we said. We're trading with pretty much everyone that we can. The places that we're not trading with are the ones that just don't like us or hostile to us. Practically everyone is hostile to us. The only people who are our allies are the Ottomans and the Mughal Empire. We're cleaning out Italy at the moment, and then we'll be starting to move into Central Europe, I think. If you look at the situation here, you've got Prussia, who's actually quite a powerful country, and they're doing really well actually in Central Europe. Russia, of course, not so good. They haven't really expanded that much into the Balkans or down through the Caucasus. Sweden has really got its initial territories plus Norway. Austria almost is out, I think. They've got like 3 territories left. And I think they're at war with such powerful people. The Prussians in particular, I mean. Yeah, the Prussians are their nemesis, I think. Dagestan, Inuit, Huron, Plains Nation. So we've got stuff going on in North America, but North America is basically done. There's very little to worry us now. We've got these guys here who are slightly awkward in the sense that they could push through here before we've completed here. And up here, what do we got here? I've got a feeling this could be an auto-resolve. No. It is an auto-resolve. There we go. So that's the end of the Inuits as well. Let's destroy that. Okay, so we didn't lose any units there. We just need to use our vast resources to repair these two armies and move them on towards here. Take out Rupert's Land and then here. That will release one and a half stacks to go towards Europe. I only need 2 stacks, I think, here to take out these guys. Or maybe we'll keep a stack on the coast, actually. We'll send half a stack to Europe. Government-wise, we don't particularly have great... Well, that's better. That's better. We're gradually improving this. So we've got to get rid of the head of the Navy and Geronimo Serrano. Okay. Go. Let's go for this. 1724. Things are really stable on the Rhine. We've got lots of armies around that we don't need to worry about anyone attacking us, trying to push through. Just got to wait now. It takes quite a while for them to have their turn, particularly the Ottomans. So it's a bit of a pain. I don't actually show AI moves. I never have done when I've played Empire. It's mainly because it gives you such an advantage. You can see what the AI is doing, and I think as you're already playing an artificial intelligence, to actually see what it's doing as well is, it's not cheating by any means. A lot of people do watch what the AI is doing just for interest, but it means that they can't really surprise you with any kind of landings or anything, since you're seeing exactly what they're doing. I've got to select my next victim in Europe. It probably will be Venice. We're going to check out the alliances. It might be Austria. Austria's on its way out anyway. It depends who that would bring in if we attacked Austria. I think probably it will be Austria. So I think the Prussians will be dealing with them anyway in Central Europe. Around sort of, I think they've already lost Vienna. They've maybe got only Zagreb and Transylvania and Württemberg. They're the only territories they've got. I'm thinking possibly Austria, and then we'll see who else it will bring in, and then we'll manoeuvre ready to attack those countries if they do keep to their alliances. The thing with this game is to always take the initiative, never be passive, always be looking to move on and to take out the next faction. That way you control the game, you don't let the game control you. We're going to have our massive climax, of course, against the Mughals, which is how things tend to go. So far on my channel I've played what I call the maritime powers, which have been, although I have played Prussia as well, Holland, France, Britain, Spain. So it's pretty much the same strategy for all of those countries. If I play somewhere like Russia, you'll see a different strategy employed, or one of the Indian subcontinent factions, and I have to use a different strategy there. And of course it may be that I do something really off the board and try and play one of the Indian factions, Native American factions, and see how that goes. I've never played them, to be honest, ever. They've never really interested me, but it would be quite an unusual thing to actually do that, to play those. Okay, we've just got to wait for the Ottomans. They're using up their movement on all their units. Probably somewhere in the Ottoman Empire there's like 30 or 40 units, all individual units that are being moved up to their full movement space, backwards and forwards into the same location, or backwards and forwards into different locations. Because the AI is kind of like screwed in the Ottoman Empire, because it can't deal, I think, with the land bridge between its two territories. That's my theory anyway. I might be wrong. I've certainly seen that happen in quite a few Empire campaigns. Let me know if anyone's got any real preferences for playing a faction, me playing a particular faction that they've always wanted to see. I want to play something a bit different now, because these last 2 or 3 campaigns have been basically strategically the same. They've not really forced me into any new thinking about the game. I'd like to try and get something fairly unusual, maybe even a smaller faction, maybe like Hanover or something. Much more of a challenge. Come on, Ottomans, come on. This is happening all the time now. Each end turn I dread. Nothing. I don't think there's anything I can do about it unless I actually until I capture the Ottomans, and then the turns will progress. But obviously we've got to clean out Central and Eastern Europe first before we can attack the Ottomans. I need all my actual enemies gone before I attack my friends. Actually, Hanover, if you look at the flags of the Hanover country there, just to the right, you can see that they're suffering a lot of attrition. They've expanded their army up, but their economy hasn't kept pace. Okay, I think we're nearly there. We should get out of the fleet in the next this turn, I think, or maybe the next turn. I've laid down quite a few keels in the previous episode. Oh, that's a bit of a waste of time. But we can use him. We can just march him up through here. It won't hurt to actually find out what's going on here. 48,000. We have loads of money now. Absolutely loads and loads. Yeah, I think we've got our fleet here now. Indeed. There we go. Maybe keep a. I'm going to sit on the. Maybe keep a fleet. Not a fleet, a unit in here to protect here and to also carry away these guys. Of course, we need to repair all this. We're never going to build anything here regarding that. We're never going to build that. Being much more ruthless about my expenditure now. Yeah, it's all stuff we can get anyway, elsewhere. We lost a unit actually, saying that. Not worried about a dockyard. Infrastructure. Suspect they've already upgraded. Let's go for that. Let's repair these guys. Wow, 4,000. Repair these guys. So we do need to build some infantry, I think. We can build infantry over here anyway. We've got a good recruitment thing here. We need to move north with this army as quickly as possible up to here. Indeed, they just need to really kind of garrison what's going on here. So I'm not upgrading these ports because they don't actually trade. I know where all my ships are. Florida, that's another completely wasteful position to have a guy in. Getting a lot of rates appearing in completely random places. Well, that's not true, they're not completely random, but they don't suit my situation. Let's go for that. Cadence marking, what do we get? Nothing. Campaign movement speed. Yeah, not really that bothered about that. So, right, okay, so it's going to be technology. So this one will go for this. Boom. Let's go back to Europe, so we need to amalgamate all our ships, or put our ships together. Actually, I am going to do something here, I think. Let's move these guys in. So we need a guy here to protect that port, which will be this guy. So we've got guys protecting our trading ports in the Mediterranean. Got 2 armies fairly soon. Well, not fairly soon. Venice, who is... So we'll do this in a moment actually. We'll do all the upgrading stuff first and get all our ships together. So we've got an admiral here that we want to move north into the Channel rather than the Mediterranean. Okay, so we've still got quite a lot of ships here to move up. This guy's definitely going to head north. Just keep saying "si, senor." Indeed, si, senor. This guy needs to defend this port because it's trading, getting 1100 through there. And do we need to defend it? We don't need to defend these ports. They've done their business for the moment. I can see I can upgrade here. Over here, no, just ports that are not trading at the moment. So we don't need to do anything there. What have we got in here? 10. That's pretty good. Pretty good. Need to bring this down to. Let's have a look. So we've got 2 guys here who could join the fleet up here. That'll give us 12 in that fleet. And let's have a look. 11 in this fleet, I think. Oh no, 10 in this fleet, 12 in the other, so that's a bit lopsided actually. I would like 11 in each. So I'm going a bit anal here, aren't I? Probably. Yeah. I think I do need to bring another second rate down. Boom boom. So we've got a decent fleet here now. Probably can manage most fleets, although if you look at these, I mean, we'd struggle against this. So maybe we need to build more ships. We'll have a look. We're going to go to North America first. So we made. Maybe I need 2 stacks, 2 full stacks of ships. Let's go in here at the moment. So we're not going to upgrade that particular port. So we've got 1 here, dry dock here, and we've got 1 in Syracuse down here. Not Syracuse, Taranto. That can build second-rate ships. Although they're second-rate, they're almost like the top ship that really you need. Gosh, 18%. That's not so good. Right, I think we're over to North America now. I think. So we're not at war with anyone in Europe. Well, we are. That's a lie. We're at war with Dagestan in Europe. That's the only people we're at war with. But everyone is hostile, of course. We'll have a look and see who we should attack after we've dealt with North America. Let's have a look. We're getting in position, ready to attack the Venice. And over here we need to quickly auto-resolve this and repair the army. Boom. Oh. Oof. That was a little bit risky what I did there. This will cost a fortune to repair. 6,000, wow. You can see, excuse me, Still got lots of stuff to do up here. Need to excuse me, I've got a frog in my throat. There we go. There we go. These guys need to repair. These guys need to repair. Just about. Should have really checked, but with the nature of our government is so good that that's better. This is a really good government now. I'm not going to risk a quick election because that can sometimes backfire on me. I don't know quite how it does, but we often get a really weird thing going on. You might even be able to take these guys out immediately. Okay, so still got 3,000 left. I think I was upgrading the trade gain, confident attacker. Fleet arrives. Where does he arrive? Oh, he's got agents on, hasn't he? Yeah. Okay, that's fine. So we'll land there. Where should we land them? Land them here. I'd forgotten about that. Moving that guy back. But we've now got another rake actually that we need to move back.
Todo listo. Zarpemos. A la espera de órdenes.
Doesn't like this. Sometimes the agents disappear.
Hagámonos a la mar.
It's a glitch, basically. Let's go further east. Get in-depth intelligence about what's going on. Maybe we'll head that direction and this direction down here. Got pretty good intelligence about what's happening. We don't get too far from here. We want to be in the centre of here. Okay, well this is all fine. Europe's absolutely fine. I'll say there's no issues with anyone at the moment. We will look and see about who we can attack. Maybe particularly thinking about Venice, I think. There's a gold mine here. We definitely need to build that. Right, let's see if we can get off board. Get off board? I mean, get off. Let's just go for this. And auto resolve. They won't surrender. They've only got one territory. And we haven't lost anyone, which is good. Let's try that. Let's start down here. And we'll try and see what's over here. If we can. A whole stack, so we're going to need to send these guys plus the others over, I think. This army here is going to redeploy down to here to just have a look at this area around Detroit. He's got a lot of native stuff, basically. And it's not particularly good native stuff either. It's a native warrior. And that's it really. The rest are all militia and bowmen. So I think one stack will be enough to actually do this. Can we move out? We can do this, and then next turn it'll be fine. I don't want to waste momentum because it's going to take, as you can see, it's going to take 3 turns to get to here. One of these armies will come back and sit in New York, I think, and the half stack will go straight back to Europe to form with reinforcements to form another army. So let's have a look at who we might attack next. Austria, Ottomans, that would be difficult. Mughals, Sweden, Venice. These could be difficult. I think probably we're not going to attack a major country. Can't attack Prussia. Poland's got 1 territory. Austria's got 3, so they're not really risky things. They've got 3. Probably the biggest dangers are probably Russia and Prussia at the moment, I would say. So I want to avoid fighting them. Dagestan is neither here nor there. These will go soon. Plains Nation, can we get peace with these guys? They keep wanting territory. Make a counter offer. Got seasoning for boats. Weird. That's just weird. No. Okay. That's just silly. Okay. What you could do is trade the Plains nations for a couple of territories in the Caribbean, then just take out the Caribbean territories. I might try that actually. So that will save going right the way across to. Well, they can't trade out their capital, can they? I think that's the thing in Empire. You're not allowed to trade out. So I don't really know. Really, Venice. Venice is really one I want to attack, but that might bring us into conflict with the Ottomans. So it'd be Sweden. So we need to prepare to attack Sweden if we're going to attack Venice. But I say, whenever I start to prepare for this, Venice will attack us. That's the kind of stuff that's been going on. Whenever I said, "Oh, we're about to attack the Dutch attacked us." Okay, let's end the turn. So again, we've got to wait for the game to click over. I think I'm going to attack the Austrians because you're talking potentially a much easier battle. Strategically, that will clean out the Swedes as well in the north. So we would have cleaned out Italy and cleaned out the sort of Scandinavia, and then that will leave us clear to move on strategically to move on through Central Europe once we've cleaned out our flanks. So that's probably what I'm going to do. Austria will be next on my agenda. We can use our fleet to blockade Zagreb. If the Turks decide to... Is it the Turks? I'll have to double check. But if the Turks decide to join in and honour their treaty, I'm amazed that... Are they? I'll have to double check that. Are they actually allies of Austria? I'll have to see. I don't think they were they? I've got to double check. But even if they are, they like us so much we might be able to then get peace anyway if we give them a gift and all that kind of stuff and some territory maybe. I don't want to be at war with the Ottomans, but I've definitely got to push on and take out Austria and Sweden, I think. So we need 3 armies in to attack the Swedes and 1 to attack Austria, which is the Austrian territory of Württemberg. And we'll need to redeploy almost immediately to take out the Danes, I think. We still have 2 territories, actually, the Danes. Yeah, I mean, so far throughout these campaigns, I've managed to always maybe be at war with only 1 or 2 countries that really matter. The other countries, where I've had 3 or 4 that are at war with us, have all been territories in North America, single or 3 territories maximum. The real problem in this game is when you end up maybe at war with Russia, Prussia, Sweden, like a whole group of countries. But diplomatically, it's possible to try and manoeuvre situations so that you just have individual enemies. Okay, it's getting really tedious, this. I keep saying this, but it is. It's starting to spoil the game a little bit, the enjoyment of it. Maybe I do want to attack the Ottomans, get rid of them. It might be quite difficult though. Once you start these campaigns, taking out the Ottomans then brings you into contact with the Persians, and as you said, even if someone likes you at some stage, if you're adjacent to them, if you share a land border with them, they're going to attack you at some stage. So the Ottomans haven't attacked us. Just got the Russians and the Swedes to go now. Some of the minor countries after that. I mean, I hope you're all going to be fast forwarding through this. No one's actually going to be sitting watching this. In my other campaigns, I've not had this problem. So it's only really been that I've known it exists, but we've not been in this kind of problem before with the Ottomans. Come on, come on. Anytime now. Anytime now. You can see from the mini-map down here that it's Plains Nations, Venice, Northwest Territories up here, I think, Huron, Wyandotte, that's it. So there's very little left that we need to capture, and it's only 1724. I think is that 40. Just double it, so it's 48 turns. You've got 100 to 200 turns to win the game, but I normally take 100 at the most. Sometimes before that we manage to get world domination. I definitely need to make some more ships. I think I want to get 2 full stacks fleets. Probably need some. I know it sounds weird, but if you're going to fight battles in this game, sea battles, you actually, there's no point in having all first-rate ships or all heavy ships. You need a balance, just as you need artillery, infantry, cavalry. It'd be no point in getting all infantry, all cavalry. You've got to use all the arms of the navy. Oh god, it's getting. Oh no, actually that's all right. Well, that was a bit crazy there for a moment, but it's not. Let's move this guy into here. Try and get a slightly better. I think we've got to build some more ships. I think. Let's have a look at science. So moving on. There's nothing I can build, I don't think, at the moment. Let's have a look. No, we need to reorganise procurement. Okay, well I think as we said we're going to... Ah, it's interesting, there's a Russian fleet there. Or squadron. I think we are definitely going to attack the Austrians. Let's just double check that. Yeah, the Ottomans will be the difficulty in there, and the Mughals actually. So maybe we can't. Maybe we can't because we can't afford to be at war with those two. Sweden. We attack Sweden. Ottomans, Austria, Venice. Venice. Mysore. We could grab Mysore actually, although it's a little bit early to think of that. We could certainly take out the Knights of St. John. I don't like to leave my armies with doing very little. We're going to put these guys in a... And we're going to build some more ships, I think. But we're going to take out the Knights of St. John, I think. Let's go here. And here. Oh gosh. Done that wrong. Down here we need to have this guy. Let's have a look and see what we want to do. So 3 heavy cavalry. Right, we need to get to a port. So it'd be this port. So it's going to be a turn or so anyway. Wow. Just having a Republican government makes such a difference to the way in which people look at you in terms of disorder. See, really, we should capture this fleet. We should have a naval battle. Capture the fleet. We can certainly do that with those. What I'm saying to you is these guys will run around like crazy and we won't be able to catch them. So we need to build up some more ships. Or simply bring this fleet round. We could do that. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. So this guy here is one guy down. Let's put 4 artillery, 3 artillery. I think this is a fortification, so what I'm going to do is take this guy, get into a port. This guy here is going to pick him up. And I'm going to redeploy him to Taranto. Boom. Get him off.
A la espera de órdenes. Levemos anclas.
Being quite careful now about moving these guys when there's ships and stuff around. 50,000. These guys are still replenishing. It's probably going to take them a while actually to get up to strength, maybe more than one turn. So maybe we'll attack the Knights of St. John soon, but not immediately. Okay, that's quite a reasonable army. It's got some experience, some very experienced, and some guys who are okay in terms of experience. There's not much that can worry us here, I don't think. Half a stack. He's maybe got about a stack of troops, maybe a stack and a half against one of these stacks. That should be okay. What we are going to do is move that half stack back from North America. Lots of construction this turn. Four Seasons by Vivaldi. And we've done that, so that's fine. We need to think about ships, I think. What I said. So again, we're going to do we need more flagships? We need 2 fleets, don't we? And up here we can build decent ships. Can we not do an Admiral's 5th rate? That's odd. So we've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Plus we're going to capture these guys, so we will need another. Will we need an admiral? We're going to send those off trading, I think. Building up our navy more. Then we're going to do some investment, I think. Saying this, you see, I'm not actually building up. This will be pretty good actually by the time we've done this. We'll have at least 2 stacks plus a trading fleet that we can send around and start to clear out some of the trading areas. If there are any left, of course, for us to grab. Wondering about doing another admiral. Probably have to be over here probably. We'll do that. We'll get another admiral because we're going to have maybe 3 fleets. Let's start upgrading stuff in Europe. It's not working, this port, so I'm not going to upgrade it. We're done, I think, in Europe. So fleet, take out Knights of St. John's, use these as a trading fleet, these 6 rates. It's a fortress battle, so we're going to have to use this army here with the 4 howitzers with a carcass shot. We need to start getting Christianity over here. And this guy will move into here. Slightly risky. If someone declares war on us, they can destroy a lot of our investment in ships. But I can't afford to be putting ships into all of these locations where we're building stuff. Okay, Europe's done. North America. I could maybe do a commercial port here. In the north. Over here. Gosh, that's too much. Boom. Move this guy round. Yeah, this army's okay. It's not particularly. It's not really fantastic. It's not a fantastic army, but it's okay. We need to repair this port and the army as well. The only way to do this that I know is this, because it's fought a couple of battles and we want to make sure it's completely replenished by the time we attack in the north. So I'm sorry about this. This is the only way I know how to do it now. You used to be able to control A, get everything. Say you wanted to replenish things, switch replenishment off, that would clear everything down, and then you could then replenish it, and we know we'd have the full amount of expenditure to have the army completely replenished as quickly as possible. It's going to take quite a bit of cash actually. At least our generals are building up their... Wow. Let's see if we can building up their experience now. Good. We might be able to... Have we got this in payment? We have actually. So let's check that out. We might be able to put this back in payment as well, believe it or not. Oh my god, we can. Cherokees maybe back into payment. Yeah, now we've got decent government, we can do that. So everything's producing money. Let's get rid of the head. Now I've got George Washington. So apart from the head of government, that is not a bad government. Unfortunately, we're probably going to lose it because the election is next term. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Both the armies of the both the armies of Venice have moved north to Detroit, I think. So we can actually take this out in one go. Oh god, the Ottomans. That's why they've moved. Oh my god, I missed that. So, can we move through? I think we can. Let's move up here. Let's cancel move. Let's move to here. So the Ottomans and the... Did that actually mean that they must have other territory? Just going to do a little bit of a cheat. So it has Serbia. Venice has Serbia. They swapped Serbia and they've got that as well. So I don't think we can do anything against Venice at the moment. We need them to attack us. Buggers. I missed that completely. How interesting. So a knockout blow is still possible because we can move across the territory of the Ottomans, so they could do a knockout blow. But the trouble is, it's who their allies are, as you saw before. We could end up with war with the Ottomans. Not worried about the Swedes, but the Ottomans could be difficult. So the main thing is to take out Knights of St. John at the moment. That's what we're planning for. How interesting. Get on board. Let's go to here. I don't think they replenish on board ship. Pretty certain they don't. I am just moving about a lot here. Let's land here. And land here. Okay. No, so I think they only replenish once they're on land, which makes sense. It does make sense. So this guy hopefully won't come out and attack us because we're still in a bit of a state. So we need 11 guys in Europe. 11 probably artillery and heavy cav, I would think, would be the best thing to do. To build up this army. This will be heading back towards Europe once this is gone. Okay. Okay, so another turn and then we'll end the episode. Just see what... perhaps someone will attack us. That's what I really want. One of the European powers to attack us. Just got to be patient now. Hopefully the Ottoman turn won't be quite as long. Isn't that a weird swap? Serbia. It's quite odd. Anyway, let's say by not watching the activity, although that wouldn't show up if you were actually doing an AI movement. It wouldn't show that. The diplomatic stuff doesn't happen. You suddenly find that two countries are allied that you didn't know about before. Although it tells you about wars, it tells you about countries declaring war on each other. It doesn't tell you about if two countries have declared peace or whether they declared, which is really a failing. When they were play testing this, they should have really done that, because it's all diplomatic stuff. It all affects the way in which the game plays. We'll have a look at Hanover. I think Hanover would bring the Prussians in, I think. We might have to do that. I think it's all the Protestant countries then we'd be at war with. Maybe I need the army back from North America. I think maybe. If we keep pulling 50,000 a turn, I think we'll probably be able to have at least another couple of armies which will transform the strategic situation in Europe. We'll be able to take on Prussia, and plus its allies as well, I think. They're the main power, I think, in Central Europe. Yeah, do let me know if anyone's got any suggestions for another faction, an unusual faction, I think, this time. Something less maritime, Western European country would be useful. Even something like Denmark actually would be quite interesting, I think. They've got their big brothers across the Skagerrak, is it? Or Kattegatt? I can't think what it is. The channels here. The Swedes. So it could be quite interesting to play as the Danes. I'm hopeful when we fight Knights of St. John we'll have our first naval battle. like 50 moves in, we still haven't had a naval battle. And I do know I haven't got any trading fleets. I think the first place we'll go is Brazil, I think. The sugar and stuff like that we'll try and get. It's only quite high on the trading indices. It's so weird that the Ottomans have now got the Mississippi. Okay, come on now. Come on, it's getting a bit tedious. Come on. Well, at least it's not crashing the game. It just takes a long time. I think what I'm going to do is put a ship on the land bridge between Turkey and Europe and Anatolia. I don't know if that will help. I'll try that and see. May not, but we'll try it. I'll try anything actually now. Anytime now. Come on. Oh, I think we're getting some movement. Right, no one's attacked us in Europe. Good. Of course, we will eventually start to lose the territorial expansion problem that you get.
Hoy, quédese a mis ojos son suyos.
Go head south, I think, to try and find out more about the Austrian and Russian
Me esconderé.
and the Prussians. The Austrians now have the beginnings of a stack here now. So we do need to be quite careful. Let's stick a ship on board in that area. We could now attack Knights of St. John this turn, which would be good. Okay, he's going to come and sit here. It may help, it may not help. We'll have to see.
¿Qué ordena?
Okay. That's going to hinder the Ottomans anyway, which is what we want to happen. This guy's going to come down to here.
¿Alguna orden?
This guy's going to come down to here just to protect the ports for trade. Let's move this guy.
Todo listo y en orden, capitán.
The fleet here.
A la espera de órdenes.
Ships are still coming. We've still not got all these ships that we're going to have eventually, but should be fine, I think. The main problem here will be that they'll be able to run away from us because we've got heavy ships. We'll be able to hightail it.
¿Alguna orden?
They're not making any guys here. Fourth rate. We could. No, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, so we just got to wait for these guys to appear on the horizon.
La orden.
Got to watch this because we're going to have to detail one ship to pick up the army.
¿Qué ordena, capitán?
There we go. Right, how are we doing here? We need, he said 9 guys. It's got 4 immediately. Want 2 armies here, basically, I think, on this front. Just get into a port. Right, looks like we can finally go crazy with money in North America. We can spend loads of cash. I think we're going to end the episode there because we're up around just over an hour, I think. These episodes come out weekly. I'll be speaking to you next week. Take care. Bye-bye for now. Bye-bye.